Hey everyone. So think about this. Every single time you log into something, buy a product online, or even just send a quick message, your data goes on this wild journey across the internet. In this explainer, we're going to follow that journey and figure out how it's actually protected.
Yeah, and this is the big question, right? Because the answer to this is what keeps your password safe, your bank details secure, and your private chats, well, private. Honestly, the security of pretty much everything we do online hinges on this.
See, every click, every type, every single thing you do online sends a little packet of your data flying from your device to a server somewhere out there and then back again. It's this constant, invisible river of information, and believe me, that journey can be super risky.
Okay, so to really get what's going on, we need to talk about a few acronyms: HTTP, HTTPS, and SSL/TLS. Now I know, they sound super technical, but trust me, this isn't just jargon. Knowing what these mean is basically digital survival 101 for anyone using the internet today. So, what are they?
All right, let's start at the beginning. To really appreciate the solution, you got to understand the problem it solved. We're going to start with the protocol that basically built the early web, HTTP. And you can think of it kind of like an open postcard.
So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That's a mouthful, but really just think of it as the basic language of the internet. It's just a simple set of rules that lets your web browser, like Chrome or Safari, ask a server for a web page and for that server to send it back.
And the whole conversation is super simple. Your browser sends a request saying, hey, can I please see this web page? And the server replies, sure, here you go. It's fast, it's efficient, it works, but, and this is a huge but, this simplicity hides a massive critical flaw.
And here it is, the big, serious problem. All that data, every request and reply, it's all sent in plain text. And plain text means exactly what it sounds like. Your information is just out in the open. No scrambling, no code, no secrecy at all.
So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means a hacker who's watching the network can read everything. Your username, your password, your private messages, all your personal data. Imagine you're at a coffee shop on their public Wi-Fi. Someone else on that same network could literally see your password as you type it in. It's like they're reading right over your shoulder.
This is why we call it the open postcard. You would never write your bank password on a postcard, right? Because you know the mail carrier can read it, the person at the sorting facility can read it, anyone who touches it can read it. That is exactly how HTTP works. And in the world we live in today, that is just not good enough. Not even close.
Okay, so if HTTP is this wide open postcard, how do you fix that? Well, the internet needed a major upgrade. It needed a way to seal that postcard inside a locked envelope. And that's where HTTPS comes in.
You've seen this before, right? HTTPS. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. It's basically just HTTP, but with security added. And that little S might just be the most important letter on the entire internet.
And the difference is just night and day. With HTTP, you have plain text. With HTTPS, it's encrypted into a secret code. With HTTP, anyone can read it. With HTTPS, only the person it's meant for can read it. We go from that open postcard to a securely locked envelope. It's a total game changer.
And you see the proof of this every single day. You know that little lock icon up in your browser's address bar? That's not just a cute little picture. That lock is your browser telling you, hey, this site is using HTTPS. Your connection is encrypted. You are safe here. If you don't see that lock, well, that's a huge red flag.
So we know the lock means we're safe. But how does it actually work? What's the magic happening behind the scenes that creates this secure connection?
Well, the secret ingredient is a powerful technology that works silently in the background every time you connect to a secure site. We're talking about SSL and its newer, better version, TLS.
SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer, and TLS is Transport Layer Security. You can just think of them as the security engines that power all this encryption for HTTPS. SSL was the original, but these days we almost always use the more modern and much more secure TLS. They're basically the digital bodyguards for your data.
So how do these engines work? It's actually a pretty brilliant system that uses two different but mathematically linked digital keys. There's a public key, which is used for locking data. It's public, so anyone can see it and use it to lock things up. But then there's a private key, which is for unlocking. This one is kept totally secret and only the website's server has it.
And this simple three-step dance is what keeps you safe online. First, your browser takes your data, say your password, and uses the website's public key to lock it up tight. Then, that locked up data travels across the internet. Now here's the cool part. Even if a hacker grabs it, it's just scrambled garbage to them. They can't open it. Finally, when it arrives, only the website server with its special secret private key can do the final step, unlocking your data. It's simple, elegant, and incredibly secure.
Okay, that's a lot of talk about keys and locks and secret codes, but why does all this matter in our actual day-to-day lives? What is this system really protecting?
The short answer? Pretty much everything you do online. Every single time you do your banking, shop on Amazon, check your email, scroll through social media, or even just use an app on your phone, you are counting on HTTPS to keep your personal and financial info safe from hackers and snoops.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Without HTTPS, the digital world as we know it just wouldn't work. Think about it. All the trust we put into online shopping, banking, remote work, it would all just disappear. HTTPS isn't just a nice feature, it's the absolute foundation of trust for the entire modern internet.
So the next time you're browsing online and you see that little lock icon, take a second to think about what it really represents. It's not just a symbol. It's the end result of some really brilliant mathematics and powerful cryptography, all working together behind the scenes to create the one thing that matters most online: trust.